Good day. This is the Think Director Phil, and we're here to talk about supporting women and children. And remember, we put on that mantle of manhood that we're hopeful, we're engaged, we're responsible, we're open, we're encouraging, and we're supportive. So, supporting women and children is really a big part about being a man of character. We enable good character in women and children through appropriate support of biblical assignment. Let me say that again. We enable good character in women and children by appropriate support of biblical assignment. Our assignment, their assignment. Everyday men seek to understand the challenges women face and support them in fulfilling their character challenges before the King of Kings. Yes, all of us have a call in the character of God, whether we are male or female. However, we're made differently and challenged differently according to that design. Equal doesn't mean sameness. No two people have the same exact makeup or challenges. In creation, God made us male and female, and that brings a wonderful variety into our world. It isn't meant to be restrictive or limiting, but empowering and enabling. Be an enabler of the good design of the Father. Support the character of women. Read through this definition provided by King Lemuel. For centuries, men and women have reviewed it and found it helpful. At times, our cultures have relegated women to the home without recognizing community value. Not every woman is a homebody. Not every woman excels in the marketplace. This description is not meant to be a box, but to define a superwoman, but an outline of character traits, a variety of character traits that some can fulfill in different ways in different pieces. Not every woman is a crafts worker in manufacturing, like some lines might describe, but every woman has an ability to produce visible products for the community. That could be a businesswoman executive, or a woman working a side hustle, or a mom contributing time extensively as a volunteer in the community. Each is valid and shows productivity. The same perspective guides us when looking through all these areas. Our job as everyday men is to be supportive of women in our lives, like spouses, daughters, siblings, friends, moms, as they express themselves in community and character. Proverbs 31, the virtuous wife. This first section, I talk about being trustworthy. Who can find a virtuous wife? Her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her. So she will have no lack of gain. He will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of his life. Wow, a trustworthy spouse. What a beautiful blessing. Not all women are spouses, but all women can be trustworthy. Resourceful. She seeks wool and flax and willingly works with her hands. She is like the merchant sips. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it's yet night and produces food for her household and a portion for her maidservants. She considers a field and buys it. From her profits, she plants a vineyard. Look at this, resourceful. We're talking about women who are farming and producing and manufacturing in the community. We're talking about women who are real estate. Wow. Listen to all these different varieties of ways that a woman can show herself resourceful. She goes out and brings food in and shops and does a good job for her home. Resourcefulness. Women, good women, charactered women are hardworking. She girds herself with strength and strengthens her arms. She perceives that her merchandise is good and her lamp does not go out by night. She stretches out her hand to the distaff and her hand holds the spindle. Now he's talking about women who are weaving and putting things together, but again, working and producing in the community that which can bring benefit back into the household. Hardworking, great character trait for women. As men, as everyday men heroes, we support hardworking women. We support trustworthiness in women. We support resourcefulness in women. Benevolent. She extends her hand to the poor. She reaches out her hand to the needy. She's not afraid of snow for her household. For her household is clothed with scarlet. She takes care of her own house and she takes care of those who are needy in the community. She is a benevolent character person. A good woman is stylish. She makes tapestry for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, he praises her. Let's go back. Strength and honor are her clothing. She will rejoice in time to come. I got a little bit ahead of myself there. Let's go back to that. Stylish. She puts together a good style for her house, for her husband, for her spouse, for her own life, whether she has a husband or not, for her children, everyone else. She's got a style. She's got a style. That's a character. That doesn't mean she has to be, super stylish, super model person. She's just got a good style. That's a character trait of a good woman. She takes care of herself and she takes care of those who are around her. She's wise. She opens her mouth with wisdom. On her tongue is the law of kindness. She watches over the way of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. A good household with the husband and wife working together, a lot of people give all the contribution to the wife because the husband is smart, taking that wisdom that's in his wife and letting it build up and excel in his household and in the community. Right? I'm known in many places by the husband to my wife and the father to my daughters. Now think about that. My daughters have such a good reputation in the community that they say, well, he's Lisa's dad. He's Angela's dad. I love that. They might be known as my daughters, but I'm known as their dad, and I appreciate that because they have raised up. I'm known as my wife's husband. She's out in the community doing great things. We want to support good character in women that raises up and changes their household and their community. Wisdom. Faithful to the Lord. Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Raise up, support. Charactered men, everyday men, heroes, support women and children. Right? So how about support of the struggling? The father has a strong heart for the single mother and the fatherless child. His heart should be our heart. Psalm 68, a father of the fatherless, a defender of widows, single moms, is God in his holy habitation. God sets the solitary in families. He brings those who are bound into prosperity, but the rebellious dwell in the dry land. Our communities are full of abandoned households. There's many reasons. Plenty of men don't follow through on commitments. Culture bounces off our families and introduces a separation of homes. Man and woman clash and struggle to resolve differences. We work on our character and our mistakes along the path. Early death, addiction, suicide strike at the heart of families. All of this and more creates many households being led by single moms, widows, and many orphans, the fatherless. Everyday men fill the gaps. We support children, and we support children that don't have backup. Consider the culture of your community and how you can engage to support single moms and the fatherless. Organizations like Boy Scouts and Big Brothers, along with leading church small groups, are good alternatives. When you support the fatherless, you're automatically supporting the single mother. Single moms can also be supported with Mother Day outs, car repairs, oil changes, home fix-it service, anything your creativity engages. Dignity. Everyday men can use their authority to speak support over women and children in prayer and recognition. Every man is authorized in prayer. Use your authority. Like every struggle, we wrestle with spiritual forces. Wrestle. Speak well over women and children. Make sure they have good access to supportive structures in congregation and community. Everyday men apply their character to the women and children in their influence. As we've covered many items like commitment and consistency and encouragement and openness, these all apply to be used in support of women and children. Everyday men are not self-centered, they're other-centered. We focus our energy in support of others. We bestow affirmation and dignity on other people by our service. Restoring design. The breach of Adam brought a curse into the attended design of men, women, and children. Our culture developed a way from the design of the Creator. We show preference for selfish intent when we extend into a variety of family styles that are not all what the Father wants. They may be culturally relevant. Think about that, but they're certainly not His heart. When we consider the design of God for family, we also recognize a need to support struggles. Single mom led families is not His design, but they need support. Same sex marriages with children are not His design, but we render support to the kids and to women and children. Unmarried homes birthing children is not His design, but everyday men support while encouraging in the direction of right design. Make room for correction to set to His design. Like any mistaken living of an individual that needs forgiveness and encouragement to right living, mistaken living of a culture needs forgiveness and encouragement to right living. We just don't denigrate people. We don't put people down because they're not exactly in the right design as we see it in God's design. We come up underneath, we offer forgiveness, we offer mercy, and we offer encouragement into that right design. Women and children need support while struggling with altered family structures. Let's pray. Father, you created us male and female. You designed families to grow as children emulate and are nurtured by their parents. Enable us as men to be supporters of women and children according to your perfect design. Help us to restore integrity of your design where it's been altered in culture and disaster and disagreement and disease of community and individuals. Give us a forgiving heart to be able to overlook the chaos of our culture while being gracious. Now, there's some ways to apply this lesson, and think about these questions. Take time to inventory the women and children in your sphere of influence and community. Is there some community group that you can give time to support? Are you giving the right acknowledgement and support to the women and children in your life? Right acknowledgement and support. Not forcing them to fit into your box, but encouraging and building up inside of them the dignity that they can fulfill the design that God has for their life.